Hey everybody, what's up? Matthew again here from Goblin Pile. I've got another Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest video for you guys. This time again, the Masterpiece Theater. Today we're going to be talking about Chancellor of the Tangle. He is the green Masterpiece creature associated with the Core Set 2020 set in Puzzle Quest. You paper folks might know that he's not actually from Core Set 2020, but that's irrelevant for the purposes of this video. So I tried to build a deck to focus on this card and you know, make good use of him. The problem with the card is it's not really a centerpiece card. It's more like a good kind of like, this is a good creature to have in a deck if you've got him, but there are far better cards out there for 23 mana. Like Gaia's Revenge, which has double the damage as this guy. He's a 16/9, haste and hexproof. Way better card than Chancellor of the Tangle, if you ask me. But that's not the point. The point here is to focus on this particular masterpiece and see what I can do with him. So whenever he attacks, you gain mana equal to the number of green gems on the board, up to 8. And he also has Overflow. It's that new ability I was talking about. In his case, if you draw him and he is the 5th or 6th card that you've drawn, if there are 6 or less green gems on the board, convert 3 gems to green. That I've literally never seen happen. I'm sure it could happen, but it's better to try to get him into play, if you ask me. I don't know. Alright, moving on. Again, Blue Sun Zenith. I'm going to abuse this until I literally can't anymore. In standard, so you should not be surprised to see it in any of my decks going forward. Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. So this is a Vanguard card from War of the Spark. I tried to kind of lean on the Vanguards and the Proliferate abilities from there because I just hadn't really messed around with them, and this seemed like a good deck to do it with. At the beginning of your opponent's turn, the first creature in your hand gains Flash until end of turn. Target creature gains reach until the beginning of your next turn. So both of those are kind of irrelevant for the purposes of this, because Flash, it's nice, but we don't really care. And reach, the only creature in the deck is this Chancellor, and as you can see right there, he has reach already. What we care about is this last ability. Pick one of the first 3 different creatures from your library, fetch that card, and it gains half of its mana. That's not too shabby considering we've got a 23 mana monster here. If we can cut his mana cost in half, that's nice. Then we've got Vivian's Invocation, or Vinvo, or for those of you who like Roman numerals, that's 6, VI. Pick one of the first 3 different creatures in your library, move it to the battlefield, and then it deals X damage to your opponent's creature, first creature, where X is its base power. What's nice about this is it's untargeted removal. And on top of that, this card at 18 mana is 5 mana cheaper than the only creature that it could target in the deck. So we can get a bargain price on Chancellor of the Tangle if we can cast this card. We've also got Samet here. She gives everybody haste that we own. And then, as an addition to that, she gives them a little buff and double strike, which is nice. But, yeah, I mean, it's not game breaking. Then we've got Karn's Bastion. At the beginning of your turn, gain 2 mana. And it also has Activate 2, Proliferate, and Partner. This shield gains 2 shield. This support gains 2 shield. So Proliferate, what that is, it's a thing that cares about Vanguards and buffs. So you gain 1 loyalty, and then your buffed creatures get +1/+1, and then your Vanguard supports all gain 1 shield. I've got 2 Vanguards in here, so that's kind of the point of keeping Karn's Bastion. You could go the normal route people do with Tamio and do like Rupture Spire, but that's been beaten to death, so I wanted to try something different. Also, then there's Partner on this. So if you cast it and you control a Vanguard, the card has extra effects. So if you cast it and a Vanguard's in play, then it comes into play with 2 extra shield, so 5 instead of 3. Death Sprout. That's how we're mainly going to care about getting Karn's Bastion out. For 10 mana, you destroy a creature, and then you fetch the next land support from your library, and that card gains full mana. Next, we have Wanderer's Strike. Definitely not the best card by any means, but it's got Proliferate and Partner, which was kind of the point that I wanted to try to deal with in here in this particular deck. There's way better cards you can use, but that's what I went with. And then we have Grow from the Ashes, convert 5 gems to green, and then drain 2 mana from your hand and fetch the next land from your library. Back to Karn's Bastion. And finally, we have some more untargeted removal, this time in the form of Bounce with Perilous Voyage. This card is ridiculous. You guys should all try to get your hands on it if you can, because it's great. Even for Legacy, it's great. Alright, so that's the deck. There are other options you can put in here. I'll just show you some of them right in here real quick. These are some photos I've taken. So, you know, those are all different various forms of removal. Some deal with just creatures, some deal with creatures and supports. You know, and then there's also, as I mentioned, Scape Shift up here and Rupture Spire, 2 annoying cards in Tamio if you're playing against them. And then some other options in here to give your creatures prevent damage. So with that said, we will go ahead and play a match. Now, I've played quite a few matches with this. It doesn't look like it because this is the first match I've touched with Training Grounds today. But it does hold up. It's not too bad, really. Although I will say this, I've definitely played with better decks. So we'll just try to get Samit out there and get some. Ooh, nice. He gave me. Okay, so I'm gonna get Perilous Voyage charged up, put Samit in play, and also start working on my Chancellor of the Tangle. And we're gonna do that with this little match down here in the bottom right. I couldn't really see anything better to use. This would be nice. So we'll do the same thing here in the middle. Green and white. Yep, that one that's flashing right there. And we'll start working on our Chancellor. Get him out. Oh, he did what I wanted to do. Okay, 13 mana. So we'll go ahead and put him into play. Hopefully. Yep, nice, nice. Good old Cascade there. And that Samit gives him haste. Right away he hits and gives us some extra mana, which is good. I'm not going to worry about casting Vinvo just yet. I'm going to sit on it and wait until he casts a creature. And in the meantime, I will try to see what I can do here. I don't really have a whole lot of options, especially, and this is disappointing, I'm going to like set him up. He's going to get a good move out of this, and that's what's frustrating. So, oh, maybe not. I got a match 5. Cool beans. So now I want to try to work on Denial, shutting him down, since I'm way ahead here. Yeah, see, he got nothing out of that. Just loyalty, which is great. And since I got a Vanguard in play here, this is even better. Karn's Bastion's going to come in, and it's going to work out perfectly for me. Let's go that route. There's not really another best choice there. Ooh, this is great. I'll get to cast a couple good spells here. So I'm going to exile. Yeah, so we'll do Wanderer's Strike to try to exile the Dryad, rather. And then we'll go Vivian's Invocation, put out another Chancellor, and while we're at it, we'll go ahead and give that Chancellor double strike with Samit. So now he's going to deal 10, plus another 8, so that's 36. He's going to hit him hard here. And the cool part about this is, because Wanderer's Strike has Proliferate and Partner, my Samit isn't going to take nearly the hit that it would have off of that cast, or off of that ability I just used. It's kind of nice. That's awesome. See, and all that stuff just kind of like rolls in together. And I should be able here to end things on this match. Yeah, because I can give him double strike again with Salmon. So he's already dealing almost lethal, and then I'm going to drop a final Chancellor in there to finish it off. Yeah, so that's the deck, guys. Nothing fancy. I got kind of lucky there in that Whatley just had absolutely nothing to throw at me. But you get the idea. Chancellor's your only creature. You got other cards that are ways to get him in play and ways to get him into your hand, and also ways to wreck your opponent's stuff. So that's the deck. Tell me what you guys think. All right, talk to you later.